let's talk about Nick Daicos. So before the video that you're watching right now, I had recorded a whole different video, pretty much just going through tweets, comments that I've seen over the last few hours. I'm recording this pretty late at night. After Nick Daicos came out with his second All-Australian blazer or jacket, whatever you want to call it, and he became the AFL Coaches Association's champion player of the year. Now, that video was about just reading, mean-spirited things about him, and all this sort of stuff, sort of in the form of like Jimmy Kimmel's celebs read mean tweets, if you've seen that before. But then I scrapped it. It was pretty funny, it was good, but I scrapped it because I don't want to give people like that more of a platform than they already have, because that's what they want, right? They're trolls, they're looking for that. So I want to attack this in a different way. I just want to talk about Nick Daicos and what a champion he is. So before we sort of do talk about Nick Daicos and what he has achieved in his, few years of playing football, I think the biggest thing to sort of start off this video is that Australia has a really bad epidemic of tall poppy syndrome. And if you're not familiar with that term, tall poppy syndrome is when people try and take down someone who's achieved big things, good things, great things, wealth, whatever that may be, and they're sort of taking them down from from the bottom, looking up and trying to tear them down. So tall poppy syndrome originates from its namesake, tall poppies. So poppies grow tall. They grow about a meter or so tall, but sometimes there's poppies that stand up over the other poppies and they get cut down so all the poppies can be the same. And that's where tall poppy syndrome comes from, because the people who are criticizing the tallest poppy want them to be cut down due to their own lack of mental sort of awareness. And it's literally just haters are gonna hate, right? In Japan they have something similar called the nail that sticks up gets hammered down, or something similar like that. So it's prevalent in Australian culture, and it's more prevalent when you see the absolute hate that Nick Daicos cops on a daily basis. Like, this guy can't go for a walk without someone tweeting that he was walking on the wrong side of the footpath, or so, something that's obviously extreme. That doesn't happen. Something like that, though. You know what I mean? And it's been prevalent over the last few hours. It's been prevalent all year, where he is an excellent player, but he does one thing wrong in a game. And it's like, oh, how can he be that good if he's not getting that contested ball there, or he didn't go in for that ball there, but forgetting about the rest of his game. So I just wanted to create a video mentioning that and talking about his achievements, and just, giving you my thoughts. With the rise of social media and anonymous accounts and, freedom of speech, I get it. I understand that. And, I'm not saying that I'm an angel, because I've probably done it too in the past. I try and do it very much less at the moment, because I know what it's like when I cop it. So I try and not give that out anymore. But I've definitely done it in the past. We're only sort of human, right? But with the rise of social media, anonymous accounts, anyone can say anything. Some of the hate that Nick gets is just absolutely uncalled for. And, the biggest thing, why I'm making this video mainly, is he's just been crowned AFL Coaches Association champion player. Now, to me, that is probably the most prestigious award. That and the MVP voted on by your peers, the players' peers. The Coaches Association, he won it ahead of Isaac Heaney, ahead of Patrick Cripps. He came first, 117 votes. The last two rounds, Nick polled 18 votes, which is absolutely unreal. In 5 games, he polled the maximum 10 coaches' votes, and, it's well deserved. He's 21. It's well deserved, right? And he's only played 3 years of football. Isaac Heaney, if he had played the last game, the round 24 game, and I think he missed one because of the suspension as well, he probably wins it. Patrick Cripps, if he has one more good game, he probably wins it as well. So it was very fine margins. But I've seen a lot of people calling him out, saying, he doesn't deserve it. This wasn't a 10-vote game. Now they're pointing out that it's Craig McRae's fault, because during the Carlton game, Nick Daicos got 5 votes. Michael Voss didn't give him anything, and he didn't deserve 5 votes, and it's all this little stuff. And then on top of that, he gets his second All Australian blazer, and he's named on the wing. Now we all know that historically, the All Australian selectors just want to put the best players in the team. They don't care what position. Sometimes we're seeing people in the midfield playing or getting named in a forward pocket. There's a full forward that's playing in the forward pocket. There's a halfback that's in the center. It's every which way. Mainly, some of them are right, or mostly they're all in sort of correct positions. But sometimes you've got one or two, three or four, most times, that are just in different positions, right? The argument here is that Nick Daicos has never played on the wing. I think I read some of that. It was like 25 minutes on the wing this season. And Nick Daicos didn't get named. He didn't say, yeah, put me on the wing. I'm a wingman. They named him there. And he has to be all Australian. And they just named him there. This team, mind you, doesn't get doesn't play up against anyone, doesn't go up against anyone. It's only a team on paper. Should they have picked proper wingers? They should, but they never do, right? It's very rare that they pick proper wingers. This is just historically they don't do it. Sometimes they do, but most of the times they don't. And I probably would have loved to have seen Nick put into a roving, position or slap bang in the center. But there's always going to be, two or three guys that are just not in their proper positions, and that's just the All Australian team. But you know, there's a joke amongst Collingwood supporters that I've been seeing where the AFL is setting up for people to come and harass Nick for being named on the wing, and it's just absolutely not on. But after that bit of a ramble that I just had, I want to give you the career highlights of Nick. And if you're a Collingwood supporter watching this, you know them, but I need to rattle them off again. Premiership 2023, two times All Australian 2023, 2024. AFL Coaches Association Champion Player of the Year Award 2024, Rising Star 2002, Best First Year Player 2022, Rising Star 2022, not 2002, Jesus Christ. 22 under 22 team 2002. 2023, he was named the captain. 2024, he was named the captain. Anzac Day Medal, 2023. Bob Rose Charlie Sutton Medal, 2023. AFL Coaches Association Best Young Player, 2023. Richard Pratt Medalist, 2024. This kid is 21. He's not even 22 yet, and he's already one of the best in the game. People are comparing, when they're comparing the best players in the game, they're going Bontempelli, Isaac Heaney, Patrick Cripps, and yes, they're all fantastic players. They're not 21. Nick is in an elite group and he's 21. Last year he could have had the Brownlow if he didn't, break his knee in that Hawthorn game. He definitely would have won the Brownlow. This year, who knows? It's going to be a toss-up between him and Patrick Cripps. So we don't really know what's going to happen there. I hope he wins the Brownlow, but if Patrick Cripps gets it ahead of him, Nick's only 21. He's not even in his prime yet. These aren't even his prime years, and we're seeing an elite Nick Daicos. It's unfathomable. Like, it doesn't happen. This sort of thing, it doesn't happen. It's generational, and we're kind of seeing it a little bit. Harry Sheezel as well. I love what Sheezel's doing, and we'll probably see it a little bit with Harley Reid. And we get to see these players for the next 10 to 15 years absolutely killing the game. We had Bont, Pendles, and Cripps these last 10 or so years. And the next 10 or so years is going to be Nick Daicos, Reid, Sheezel, Wardlaw, and all these other kids. It's going to be absolutely fantastic to see. But I really just wanted to come on here and just have a little bit of a rant because it's just been really just grinding my gears. And, I've said some shit in the past. I understand that. I get that. So I'm not trying to preach anything. But it's just like, I've really learned over the last couple of years to just, if you got nothing nice to say, just don't say it. But I know that these people thrive on engagement. They thrive on, clickbait. They thrive on people just coming at them. They're rage baiters, right? That's just what they are. And that's why I scrapped that whole other video, because I didn't want to give them that. But Tall Poppy Syndrome, Nick Daicos, we absolutely love him, and we're so lucky to have him as a player. And it's just the hate that he cops is just, it just really isn't fair. And I don't know, like if that was me, I've already got bad anxiety and mental health and stuff. It would just put me into my shell. And sometimes I cop shit that puts me into my shell. So these AFL players are just, next level, and they've got a good head on them. But yeah, I just wanted to come on, say that we love Nick so much. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree with anything I said? Do you disagree with anything I said? Where do you think Nick Daicos will finish his career on the all-time greatest players of the game? Where do you think that will be? Let me know your thoughts down below. But until then, like, comment, subscribe, tell your family, tell your friends, tell your pets, and also next time, double checkers. I'll swoop you later.